Okay, in front of me we have Mando Diao. It's a famous band, I think here in Germany at least. But some people don't know where you are. Who is Mando Diao and where are you from?
We're a Swedish band from Sweden, and we're 4 members and a lot of other people. Play music.
What kind of music do you play?
Any kind of music.
Yeah, what do you got?
Which special kind of music? Is it rock, or is it pop, or is it indie rock?
Rock or pop or indie rock? No, none of those. No.
None of those. No. Okay.
I think we play any music that there is in the world. You know, any music that you can listen to and that you can enjoy, we play. You know.
I think we have our roots in R&B and Afro-American music. Yeah. I mean, and that's quite big. I mean, it's a wide route.
Well, yeah, of course, the blues and rock and roll has formed the music we're listening to. You know, and we listen to anything coming of that root of growing on that tree. You know, that's pretty much it.
You have a very big fan base here in Germany and a very big fan base also in Japan and in Scandinavia, because you're a Swedish band. Why in Germany and Japan and not in other countries too?
Well, of course we have no idea, because what makes a band big is, I would say, it's a blessing from the sky. You know, the lightning hits and no one knows where and why and how. You know, it just hits. So if we knew why, of course, we would be big in at least one country, and I would say maybe Brazil would be a nice country to be big in. You know, that would be fantastic. You know, but you know, we play everywhere. You know, and you know, for some reason, some cultures dig us, and of course, we embrace that culture.
I'm even astonished that you are not so famous in Great Britain, because it's an indie garage Brit sound, I found out. I don't know why it is so that you're not so famous in Britain.
Seriously, if you could answer that question, you would know how to be big in any country, right? So it's a question that is impossible to answer. It's like a question, what's the meaning of life? You know, it's like Great Britain is really not a country you like to go to. You know, I would ask the question, why are we not big in France 10 times more often than why are we not great in Great Britain, you know, and why are we not big in America 100 times more, you know. But I think that the problem that European has is the Beatles thing, but you know, not really anything has come out of that country since, I don't know, 94, you know. So I think Germany is much more cultural, bigger, you know, evolution than England and maybe America too. You know, it's the electronic scene and the art scene in any form. You know, is much bigger here than in any country. So I think that the English band should ask them why they're not big in Germany more.
Do you have some Swedish songs too? I only knew the English ones.
We have about 10 to 14.
Yeah. Now we have it. The next album is going to be in Swedish, actually. So that's a nice question.
Yeah. Okay, now I know that you have done an unplugged tour, I would tell it, because you have an MTV Unplugged show, yeah. And was that the reason of your tour with acoustic music after that?
Mm-hmm. Yes, of course. We got the opportunity to make this TV show, and after that, it felt so good that we wanted to do it even more. You know, and usually tours come when you get an offer. Someone calls you and say, "Would you like to play at my place?" And you say yes or no. And for this specific album, we got a lot of calls, and we said yes. It's very easy industry.
What is better, your music you've done before or now the acoustic one?
It's the same thing, but it's old songs. But the best music hasn't been released yet, I think.
It's also a very strange question. What's the best music? Can I ask you? what is
do you
the
like
best music in the world? Can I ask you that question?
But I mean, what do
What
you
is good
like
music?
more? What do you like more?
What I like more?
Yep.
Different. I mean, the sheepdog version and the sheepdog version are different, and I don't really see the quality difference. I see style difference only. Yeah.
You've made an album of that acoustic music. What songs do we find on that album?
I don't remember how many songs there is. It's at least 20 songs or 24 songs from like 5 songs from each record in the past, and a couple of new songs as well. So and they're rearranged in this acoustic format.
What was the reaction of the fans when when you were performing such acoustic music? Do they like it or don't they like it?
No, it was riots in the streets of London. Didn't you see that? People were freaking out. Taking stuff from shops and.
President Obama made a speech, said, "Times have changed.
Yeah.
Now Mando Diao is going acoustic."
Yeah.
What are your future plans? A new tour, or will you make the acoustic tour months longer or not? What are your plans?
It's very hard to answer that question, because if the right show is offered, we usually go and do it. So we don't really know yet. I mean, we're doing this now, and there's nothing else planned.
But to do these kind of shows where you're meant to do something else with the songs than was the purpose on the album, you learn a lot, So it was a challenge from us to do this show, and we've learned a lot, and we've grown a lot, And the biggest thing to understand in music, that there is no rules at all, and when people are disappointed, that's a positive thing in the creative work, because that's what people are meant to be, because you have to be one step ahead of them all the time, So hopefully there are some disappointment faces tomorrow at the show.
Now I've read it was only one newspaper, but I don't know if it's true, that Daniel Hacklund will work together with you again. Is it true, and what does he want to do with you?
Yeah, if the fog is not in Gothenburg anymore, he will definitely work with us again. He will come tonight and rehearse and play.
No, but yeah, Hagge is Mando Diao has changed over the years. It's more of a music, like a collective, more than a band. It's got its maybe spiritual leaders, but it's still a lot of people, and anything to just friends, painters, musicians, technicians, to the actual formers of the band, us four, and what we did with Hagge was just, we started hanging out with him, and he's an amazing musician. And the reason why we fired him at 2003 is not that issue is no longer, because we were touring so much then, and he couldn't cope with that tour, It was just practical shit. So we will work with him for all our future, I think, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
You have lost your percussionist in April this year.
The
Do you
drummer.
look for another one, or?
We have another one. Yeah, of course. I mean, he's been working with us for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Pazzo, he's the one who recorded the B-sides for Hurricane Bar singles
Autocracy.
and the Autocracy album, and he was on Never Seen the Light of Day album. He's been around for ages, He's a friend of ours and a fantastic drummer. So
He's done almost everything for us in a way. I mean, he's been driving cars, tour managing, doing guitars. Now
producing albums.
He's a typical American dream.